2026 season of the Indian Premier League starts this weekend, and 10 teams are set to take the pitch. It comes at a time when cricket is becoming serious business in India and drawing in companies such as Blackstone. Let's bring in Bloomberg Conglomerate's media and telecom reporter, PR Sanjai. And Sanjai, this might be its first ever investment in sports.
Exactly. This is really big, really big. And you know, in India, cricket is kind of a religion. And IPL, Indian Premier League, cricket is growing bigger. It is as bigger as NBA, National Basketball Association, or even an English Premier League. And last year, to put things into perspective, last year, there were 1 billion viewers for IPL. And this year, this could be more, or they can maintain the same thing. So these investors are looking for such a large pool of viewers, large pool of cricket lovers, where they can show their visibility, they can take some mileage. So when Blackstone, Blackstone coming to the picture, it gives a lot more legitimacy, a lot more validity. It is actually validating this kind of a business. And we know Blackstone is a PE. It's not a long-term investor. It will be a short-term investor. And it's not just Blackstone. A clutch of US investors are also showing the interest. And in the case of Blackstone, and David Blitzer is also joining, and a lot more conglomerates. And Blackstone has picked up the stake in Royal Challengers Bangalore. In the case of Rajasthan Royals, another team, it is Cal Somani, another US investors coming to the picture. So, and Aditya Birla through Royal Challengers Bangalore is also putting. So, which means a lot of billionaires, including Mukesh Ambani and Tata's, it's coming as a sponsor. And Adani has evinced interest in some other sports, but still, sports is becoming more interesting bet for these billionaires and US investors as well. But to play a devil's advocate, for example, this Royal Challengers Bangalore, where initial investment was made in 111 million, and in the case of Rajasthan Royals, it was like 67. Now they've gone for 1.8 billion for Royal Challengers Bangalore, and for Rajasthan Royals, it is around 1.6. So we'll have to wait and watch how expensive was that, and what are the kind of source of revenue that expecting from IPL.
Right, the price tag, that's the one to watch. But it's also about getting access and visibility to this market, which is filled with wealth. That's what companies are after, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's right. As I earlier pointed out, 1 billion viewers. Last year we had seen that a synergy, a sync coming with traditional television and digital view. So this will also give a lot more access for Jio for that matter. Reliance, which is preparing for biggest IPO for Jio Platforms Limited, which runs Reliance Jio Infocom, India's #1 wireless carrier. They will also have some kind of a mileage, and 1 billion viewers is like a real treat for all these billionaires and marketers and advertisers.